guys. I just wanted to go over briefly how to navigate through Schoology. I know that if you went to Lakeview last year, then you already have an idea of it. I just want to go over how to navigate through my page so we can be successful while learning from home. So first thing, you go to your math course, which clearly you've done, or else you wouldn't be able to watch this video. And when you get there, you'll see a weekly agenda. And if you extend that weekly agenda, you will see this week's worth of assignments and activities. You'll notice at the top here that I have, remember, this is a week's worth of classwork. This does not have to be done in one day. And on the side here, where it says day 1 and day 2, these are how I would separate the activities. And so you're not stuck doing all of them in one day. Typically, if you were at school, then you would have 2 to 3 math classes a week. And so because you are learning from home, it's the same amount of work, but it's just like how I would separate them from one class to my second class. So September 10th through 15th, this is telling you that this is a week's worth of assignments and activities that you need to complete. And when you complete them, you need to complete them in this order. That is like the most important part, especially once we get into the math stuff. You won't understand any of it if you just like jump around. So I need you to actually follow this in the order that I give it to you. Now, if you want to complete it all in one day, that's fine. That's up to you. If you want to complete a little bit each day, that's fine. Just be aware that the due date for this, so I assign the all of the week worth of activities, a week's worth of activities in like on Wednesday is typically how I'll do it. This week's a little bit different since it's a weird schedule. But you'll typically have from Wednesday to Tuesday to complete it. So it's about 6 days, and everything is due at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday. So that way you don't have to worry about what's due when and all of that. Everything for my class is just always due that Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. At the bottom here, you'll also see Zoom meetings and the time. And so if you click on this, that's the link to our Zoom video. This one's gonna be super short. It won't be the whole 85 minutes. I just want you to hop on and introduce yourself so we can have as close to a face-to-face meeting as we can. And I just want to get to know you guys. And so that link is here. And then up here at the top, it says, unless otherwise noted, all assignments and activities can be found in Schoology in the math course. And then this last section tells you what folder to go to. And so it says class info, September 10th through 15th. And so that's where our stuff will be located for this week. And so it's kind of like the pathway of how to get to where you need to be. And then in that folder would be all of these activities and assignments. And it's in the order that you need to complete them, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. And so if I were you, I would do these first 5 assignments day 1 and then these 3 assignments day 2. It's pretty easy since like these first 3 are just videos. And then you have an activity to get to know me. And then I want to get to know you guys. So you have an activity and you'll submit that. And then you have an email that you need to write, an assignment for big ideas, but it's not on big ideas necessarily. It's kind of on big ideas. You'll see. And then you have a consensogram. And what that is just a fancy way of saying I want your opinion on a few things. If you go to the next slide, it says previous week after this slide. And so anytime that you might have like forgotten to complete an assignment or something, or you want to go back at last week's agenda and check it, you can keep going and scrolling down through those slides and you'll see all of the week's agendas with their dates on them. And so like this is what you're supposed to do the first 2 days. And you guys were virtual, so you just had to complete this section. Yeah, so that's how you do the agenda. It said to go to class info September 10th through 15th. So that's the folder we're going to click on here. And when we click on that folder, you'll see the agenda again. I am all about convenience. I don't like to have to do a bunch of clicks and to have to go from the folder and then go back to the agenda to see what's next. That just sounded like a pain. So instead, I put the agenda in the folder, and that'll be like that in all of them. That way you always have access to the agenda. You can always see what's coming next. You clearly found the welcome video and the navigating Schoology video, which are the first two. So awesome job at finding those and completing those. If you have not watched that welcome video yet, though, I do want you to go back and watch it. So then it said the next thing to do is that syllabus video, and that's the third thing here. There will be a thumbnail of the Schoology video here, but I'm filming it, so I don't have a thumbnail yet. So once this is done and I have uploaded it, that'll go here. So yours might look a little bit different, but not by much. Everything is labeled the exact same way as it's labeled on the agenda. So we have the syllabus video about Miss Thetford Pear Deck. Everything is in that order that is on the agenda, and you just complete it going all the way down. The last thing on the agenda you will have noticed was that math consensogram, and that's the last thing here that you need to do. These other two folders just have some other information in them. So if you want to figure out how to navigate Schoology, want to figure out some things about your instructor, that just has like my office hours and potential Zoom times. That's all here, as well as the actual PDF of your syllabus. So not just the slideshow that you're going to watch, but the actual thing. I would take a look at that if I were you. And then the help is just more useful resources for you guys. So I would kind of just like investigate, go through some of those things, and just so you know that they're there. And if you ever do need help, though, email me and I can explain where to go for that. If we go back to our page, you will see I actually have a few extra folders on here, but you just didn't need them, so ignore those. But on upcoming, on the side here, these are the assignments that are due for you, and you'll see it says September 15th, Tuesday, and they're both at 11:59 p.m. Those are already there because, well, you're watching the video, so it's clearly September 10th. And as you submit those will disappear, but that's just a good way to keep it, to remind yourself what you need to submit, what's for a grade. Any upcoming tests will also be shown here. And just that way you kind of have a planner off to the side. You can also click on the calendar and they'll be shown there as well. However, if you just want to see your upcoming math stuff, then you just need to go to the math course and it'll all be listed on the side here for you. So yeah, that's pretty much how you can navigate Schoology. Hopefully I get to see you guys in our Zoom. I look forward to meeting you. And yeah, go ahead and do that next thing on the agenda. And that is the syllabus video. I'm sorry, it's a lot of videos, but after that, we'll get into math. All right, go ahead and get started.